Mr. Nick Moss and Mr. Dennis Gruenling. Welcome in Holland. You're
Thank
now
you.
in Ospel, and tonight or no, tomorrow you are playing on
Am I
Moulin
on
Blues.
camera?
Yeah. We are from.
Camera's hard. I don't know
Are you
what to
nervous?
do. I don't know what to do with my hands.
It's okay. Just put them down on the table. It's okay.
Like I said, welcome in Holland. We are from Rootstime. You know Rootstime?
Yes.
Small, yeah. We have a bigger website in.
You guys have been very
in the
kind to me.
Benelux, but okay.
Very kind to me.
Yeah.
I remember Roots time.
Mr. Nick Moss and Mr. Gruenling, be free to answer if I don't have specific questions. So
Shoot, man, whatever you got.
when you think I want to add something, just do it.
All right.
Okay.
I start with Mr. Nick Moss. Before you went solo, you were bass player.
Yes, that's correct.
There's some famous guys. I name Buddy Scott, Jimmy Rogers.
Yeah.
But when I
Jimmy
go-
Dawkins.
Yeah, yeah.
Jimmy Dawkins.
Jimmy
Played with
Dawkins
for
is
many years.
on my preparation
Yeah.
too.
Oh,
You've
okay.
seen
You're-
that. You've
Where'd you
seen
get that on? Where'd you get that on Wikipedia?
No, on your side. I
Oh,
think.
okay, good.
But I understood so this.
All right.
But when did you decide to become a musician? Was it because of something around you, or were you destined to become a musician?
The biggest thing was I had a medical problem. When I was 18, I lost 80% of my kidneys. I had a genetic problem that no one ever knew about. And when I was 18,
18?
Yeah. It just decided to say, hello, I'm here. And I was, my whole life growing up though, and I loved music. My brother played guitar, I played a little bit, but I was more into sports. And so I thought I was going to go to college and play American football and wrestle. And when this happened to me, I lost 80% of my kidneys, and they said, well, no football, no wrestling, you can't do any of that.
That's the end, yeah.
And my brother took me when I was recovering in the hospital to go see Little Charlie and the Nightcats. As it happens, they were playing right across the street from this hospital I was in. And they were an unknown band then, because it was their very first album on Alligator Records was coming out. And my brother had heard on the radio this band, and he came to the hospital, and he was like, man, there's this band playing across the street. I heard him on the radio. We should go see him. I'm like, okay, well, great. How's that going to work out? He goes, I'll get you out of here. And he talked to the nurses and doctors and said he was going to take me out for some fresh air. And the doctors agreed to let me go out for like an hour, and of course we didn't stop. We stayed out a little bit later, and he walked me across the street into this bar, and saw Little Charlie and the Nightcats, and I watched those guys play. And I remember sitting there watching these guys, and they had like vintage instruments and dressed up and hair done.
Yeah, the shoes.
And I
yeah.
I didn't know that white people could play blues. I thought that was just rock and roll,
Yeah, musical.
or rockabilly or stuff, and I didn't really, put it together that, that white guys could play blues. I mean, I knew who B.B. King and Muddy Waters and Howlin' Wolf was and stuff, and to me, and then all of a sudden I heard these guys play this. And I was
world.
I go, that's what I want to do. If I can't go to college and do what I was supposed to do, then I want to do this. And that was like a kind of a life-changing moment for me.
Mr. Gruenling, what was your intro or your
My introduction to blues.
introduction to the music, or maybe directly to the blues? I don't know.
Well, I was always into music as far back as I can remember as a kid, and I was into I grew up listening to old traditional country music and oldies, 50s big band and big band
Always
stuff.
been an harmonica player?
No, but I was always into music and played trumpet in grade school and guitar in high school, but nothing felt right yet. And I had an uncle who was into blues and rock and roll, 50s music, and he plays guitar and harmonica, and he asked me if I wanted a harmonica one year for Christmas. So I said okay, didn't think much of it, and he asked for this blues record that he wanted for Christmas, and it was on Alligator Records, and it was Harp Attack with James Cotton and Junior Wells and Billy Branch and Carrie Bell. So he gives me the harmonica, and I give him this record, which I never heard, But now I want to hear, because now I have a harmonica. And as soon as I put that record on, I heard all those things that I loved about all that rock and roll music so much, but it was just concentrated. And I never knew there was a whole style of music with all those cool things. And then that was really it, you know.
Yes, there was a lot of musicians came to your band, left your band. What's the added worth of Mr. Gruenling for your band? What gives him more to you?
What gives him worth? It's the hair.
The hair, yeah.
No, man. You know, everyone
That's
everyone that plays that I've had play in my band has been in there for a reason, and it's because I feel something from them in the way that they play.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of guys that I've played with over the years that I wouldn't have asked in my band not because they're not good musicians, but just because there was just something missing. And like, I've known Dennis for 20 something years. I mean, I met him when I put out my first CD. He wrote me a letter and said, "Hey man, I like your music. If you ever come out to Jersey, I could help you with some gigs." And it turns out like a year later, I was heading out that way, and I had some off dates, and he got me some gigs and sat in, and I met him, and we've been friends ever since. And I always knew then what a wonderful, you know, harmonica player he was. And then over the years, he's grown into such a, you know, one of the world's best.
And a great showman.
Oh yeah,
Well, thank
definitely a great showman. And that's the thing, you know, I was sitting outside with Kim
That's for
Wilson.
the visual part.
Well, I was sitting outside with Kim Wilson earlier today, and we were talking about the aspect of the visual aspect of performing, and that Kim's kind of like, I'm kind of, and I don't equate myself with, you know, him as far as, you know, he's a harmonic player and a guitar player, but we're very similar in the way we are on stage. It's like, I'm not overly demonstrative on stage. You know, I'm pretty much on stage like how I am now. You know, and I know how to engage the audience, but I'm not like a showman, you know. And sometimes you have to have a little bit more of that. And I've always had guys in the band that could do, like when I had Ledbetter in the band, he was, you know, his voice, and he's dancing on stage when he sings, and it's a great visual. With Dennis, you know, the clothes that he wears, the way he looks, and the way he plays is just another added extra. My keyboard player, he's jumping all around when he plays, and people are watching him, and it kind of takes the pressure off of me a little bit. But what's great about it is when you have guys in the band like that, it's like it forces you to start being a little bit more animated on stage.
Yeah.
I feel more comfortable doing it with guys like this, because you know, than doing it by myself. I just feel like an idiot when I do it by myself, man. but like Dennis, that's another thing, is you were asking what he brings.
So Dennis, he's
Well,
lucky to have you.
let me finish. Yeah, exactly. He not only, like I said, his playing, but because
it's more than that,
of he is such a good showman on stage. Like, he's one of the first guys actually I've had in the band where I feel more comfortable coming out of the shell and being a little bit more goofy and fun on stage when he's on the stage. We kind of bring out that in each other.
You want to add something, Dennis? Well, what I understood, he's very happy to have you.
Yeah, I'm learning
Yes,
this. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes. No, we have a lot of fun. You know, we're good friends. We're better friends now than we ever were, even though we've known each other for such a long time. But we have similar sense of humor, and that. And I love to play music, so you know that's heightened on stage when you're playing with people you respect and you have fun with, and it just turns into something bigger and different. You know.
A few months ago, I got. That's not the whole not the album, but that's the last album that you released, The High Cost of Low Living. Let's start with the title. Why did you choose that title? High Cost Low Living.
Well, it's kind of a play on words, and there's always been like this. I've always been aware of the fact that I'll never be rich playing blues music.
You can live.
You can live, but yeah, that's what you know. If you can make a living and get going, man, that's what you try to do. Oh, did you want some water?
And then, would you like some?
It's my water.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
I just went and bought these at the store, man, but you can have
Well,
them.
this one was open.
I know, I bought those.
Belgian water. That's not Dutch water, it's Belgian water. Right?
I thought they brought it to us.
No, I brought those in.
Oh, I didn't know
What's
that.
Anyway.
Thank you. I would like to have some more.
Just
Well, hey, take that one then.
can you finish the question?
Yeah. Anyways,
So we'll talk about the title.
yeah, no. The title came from a Baptist church sign in the South, and they're one of my favorite things is when we're driving down south. The marquees on these churches, they have the best sayings, and they got the high cost of low living, and then there's even the title on one of the songs called "Get Right Before You Get Left."
Yeah,
I got that off a Baptist church sign, and there's all kinds of stuff. But like I said, I've been aware for a long time that I'm never going to get rich, and then and there's a lot of people, that think that musicians are kind of low lifes anyways, and there's a few people, and so like I it's just kind of a play on words. I like that, the high cost of low living.
Was it a long process between the start and the finish of the album?
No, not really.
Few months, few days? No.
We recorded it in a week.
Oh,
Less than a week.
Yeah,
like
less
3 or
than a
4
week, yeah.
days.
no problems with songwriting, with new songs.
No, I'm a genius.
That's fine to hear.
No, I had the songs written, and we got it in the studio and had it.
That's good.
It was good.
A question for Dennis Gruenling. How important was the harp, the harmonic on the album? Was it for the groove or the...
Well, I mean, I guess this question is more for Nick, but we collaborated on a lot of the feels and the styles, and I just the focus on a good portion of the record, definitely lies in more of that old school, Chicago style. And there's so many styles even within Chicago style blues that I just felt, I wanted to play what fit each song, and each song called for a little something different,
The album is co-produced with Mr. Kit Anderson.
Yes, sir.
Why does everybody wants to have that guy?
I don't know.
I write a lot of reviews, and
Yeah.
that's a guy that is gaining a lot of money, I think. But
Yeah.
why did you want that man?
I didn't really want him.
Yeah,
He
it
just
was-
forced his way
yeah,
in.
yeah. He showed up at the doorstep.
Because he really knows what he's doing, man, and he knows about this music, and he knows over the years that he's been around and listening to this music, he has a very great sense and feeling of what this music is about and how to go about bringing out the best parts of this music. And a lot of the people don't realize is in the recording process. To make this stuff sound the way it should sound, there's a specific way to record it, and a lot of the modern sounding recordings, to me, it loses its humanity, it loses its feel, it loses
That
any
energy,
kind of
that live energy.
because it's just too antiseptic, it's just too perfect or whatever, and there's a way to record this stuff, and he knows how to do that, man. And he's been listening to this music and studying this music for so long that he knows how to bring that out and get those sounds. And the other thing is, like, he's such a great musician. And Kid, I don't know how many people know this, but Kid can play anything: guitar, bass, drums, keyboards and stuff.
He doesn't
And
play harmonica though.
No, I don't know about that, but I've never seen him. But who knows?
He told
Who
me.
knows?
But he knows how to relate to all the musicians,
Yeah.
in their specific instrument. So it was
He does.
it was a lot of fun having him there, and it was it was very. I asked him specifically when we decided we were going to make this record. He was I could have done it myself because I produced many of my own records, but I wanted to make sure on this particular recording I didn't have the extra pressure of having to man the controls, make sure everyone was doing the right thing, and play. I wanted to just play.
Yeah.
And he was one of the few guys I would ever trust to ask to come in and help out do it.
The album is not released on your own Blue Bella label.
Nope.
But on the, like you said, on the Alligator.
Alligator Records. Yeah.
Also an added value for the album, no?
Oh yeah, I mean the added value is you know, being an independent label. First of all, again, if you don't have the funds, the money for promoting, you can only go so far with limited funds for promotion and stuff, and distribution and name recognition. Alligator had all those things. I mean, they're one of the most well-respected music labels in the world, not just blues. I mean, even big labels know about Alligator Records, you know.
Sure.
And for how long, and how long Bruce has been around and been able to keep his label going and still be able to add new bands every year when he wants to. I mean, that's almost kind of unheard of now. People are dropping from labels now, and labels are folding, and he's been able to do this long. And it's for a reason, because he knows what he's doing.
Enough, yeah. Now you're playing together, was Gruenling, but are there still other people, some other musicians on your bucket list? People that you want to play with, other persons?
People on my bucket list to play with, they're all dead.
Oh,
man.
You're a lucky one.
You know, I mean, there's always we always have fun. There's always guys out there. There's great musicians everywhere. I'm friends with most of these guys, and we always get a chance to play.
Yeah.
You know, and I never say, oh, I want to play with this guy in 5 or 10 years, or I want to play. I just let the chips fall, you know, where they may, man. And you know, if it happens, it happens. And you know, I didn't plan to have Dennis play with me either. It was just it worked out because Mike was leaving my band. He had left Doug Deming's band, and we did a gig together. He actually called me and said, hey man, I'm doing this William Clark tribute, and it's in Michigan. Would you guys back me up? And I was like, yeah. And when we did that show, it was right at the time when Michael decided he wanted to move on, and it was only a few months after you had left Doug's band.
Yeah.
And after we played the show, I kind of went to Doug or Dennis, and I said, "You know what, man? Are you out of the touring game now, or did you leave Doug's because you just don't want to be on the road?" He goes, "No, you know, just I ran its course. I don't mind going on the road." And I was like, "Well, Mike's leaving my band after the first year. Will you say we do some things and you know and see how we like it?" Yeah. And he was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And you know, we almost immediately, like the next month, I had stuff lined up. I just started taking them out, and it was pretty much.
But I can see tonight on the schedules that Mike Welch is playing with Mike.
Mr. Mike's the Connection.
Yeah, the Mike's. Yeah.
Did you talk to the Connection?
You join them too tonight? No.
Will I join them?
Yeah, but
I haven't been asked.
Yeah, but maybe.
But maybe.
Maybe. It would be a surprise.
It will be the Connection and the adjournment.
Yeah. Okay, I have some last questions. What keeps you busy beside music? Is there still life beside music?
What about you? What keeps you busy?
What keeps me busy?
Don't
Movies, microphones, reading,
Donuts.
meditation, donuts. Yes, I love donuts.
Donuts
there
with
is still
special
life.
people.
Special people, yes.
Beside music, yeah.
Yeah.
My daughter and my wife. I mean, that's it.
Great,
I
great to hear.
do that, and I like being at home and cooking and going out. And I like to fish, so if I get time to go fishing, stuff like that.
Great.
Yeah.
I have a last question. What will be on the set list tomorrow night?
What will be on the set list tomorrow night?
You're responsible for the set list, I think.
Yeah, I've chosen some tunes
Is there the
from
fist?
Moby Grape, ABBA,
Don't forget Supertramp.
Supertramp, and the Archies.
Oh, Archives.
No, the Archies. Didn't you know about the Archies?
You know, I don't think he knows the
No.
Archies. Sing that
That's a great
song. Sing
band.
that song for me. One, two.
I'll save that for tomorrow. No. Well, yeah, we're going to be
Do
doing
you have a
some-
fixed list, or how does that work? No.
Sometimes we
I
do.
think that you're going to play a lot of songs
sometimes
of
we do.
the album. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know how much time we have to play. What do we have, like an hour? An
know,
hour and a
maybe.
half?
Saturday. Let's have a look. Where are you standing? Nick was
1 note.
1.5.
15, yeah.
1.5?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll probably do a
Yeah,
lot
the
of
last
stuff off the
band.
record.
So every all are pissed off. So
Yeah, that's right.
Cool.
My favorite slot.
You may finish.
Yep.
My favorite slot to play, the last, when everyone's tanked.
No,
That's when they're really paying attention to you.
no, you don't. You can't say anything about the set list. No.
No, we're gonna do some stuff off this.
Yeah,
I'm sure
obviously.
about that.
Yeah.
We'll mix it up though,
Do
probably.
you want the specific songs?
Yeah. Well, the old albums for me, great. Just I love it.
We're gonna Castles
you.
Made of Sand, Red House.
Stormy Monday.
That's Jimi Hendrix. I'm sorry,
Stormy
T-Bone.
Monday.
No, let's see. What are we gonna do? Excuse me, folks.
Make it up right now.
Let's do it. Don't hold me to this. We'll probably do
Grip?
Count on Me,
Oh,
right?
Count on
You're gonna
Me,
do,
yeah,
you're gonna do
sure.
Count on Me.
Sure.
We'll do The High Cost of Low Living.
Because of Lulu.
Get Your Hands Out of My Pockets. We'll probably do that one. Tight Grip on Your Leash. We'll be
Are
doing
those
that
your
one.
favorites so far?
Are those my favorites? No,
Like
he
the
was.
whole-
Those are wonderful songs. We're gonna do He Walked with Giants, which is a tribute to Barrel House Chuck. You gonna do Lesson to Learn or no?
I may do
You
that.
might do that.
I'm not sure. Maybe.
Might do that one, and
Get right before you get left.
we might do Get Right Before You Get Left.
You are only singing in one song.
Me? I'm singing on two songs
Two
actually
songs.
on the
Yeah,
disc. Yes.
Count on Me, Lesson to Learn.
Yes. I don't think
And
he listened
maybe
to the
another
whole
one.
CD.
Did you not know that he's on those two songs?
I don't know all the harder.
I don't know them all either.
I got about 1,000 CDs every year. So
Let's see.
Every year?
yeah.
Let's see. Oh yeah, it says right here. Dennis Gruenling on Count on Me and Lesson to Learn.
2 songs.
It says right there.
Yes.
That's enough. That's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough for that.
Gentlemen, we from Rootstein, we thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you a lot, and I
You're the
hope
best.
that you will have a great show tonight.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for-
tomorrow night.
Yeah, me
tomorrow
too.
night.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
you, guys.
Thank you a lot.
Is this going live?
Yes, are we live? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.